Hello, 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 everyone. How are you doing today? You have reached Book Talk. She's Purposeke Book Talks. We like to say good morning. We like to say good afternoon, good evening. Where are you? Wherever you are today. I am author coach Keandria Ragland. Listen, I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you for joining this special author tonight, right? And so as we get ready to jump into this interview tonight, we want you to love, we want you to like, and we want you to share because this is an opportunity for us to support another author who have wrote a marvelous book. And it's not, this journey is not far. It hits home for many people that's in the healthcare field. So I am author coach Keandra Ragland. I work with Christian professional women, helping them to identify limiting beliefs, right? As a burnout coach, I work with women and help them create goal setting from days, whether it's day to day, month to month, or a yearly plan. A lot of us is dealing with burnout, right? And so we are go-getters, we're thriving, we're working just like this lady I'm speaking to today. She's in the healthcare field. I'm in the healthcare field. She's on the clinical side. She didn't know that. She's on the clinical side. I'm on the administrative side. So I work for Vanderbilt University Hospital full time. Okay. And so I was a CNA once before. And so I also when I went to school for CNA, I was actually when I went to school for CNA, when I was a CNA and I was working at the nursing facility. And so I was in school with young children. I was also working as a CNA. I was pulling those doubles in school, daytime, nighttime. Listen, we never sleep, right?
No.
Never sleep. So we taking care of kids. We studying, for our degrees, right? And so I'm sure she started at a place. I don't know if she started as a CNA, but she's a medical assistant now. For me, I was studying for nursing or to be an RN. But life happened. I say life happened because when I was going to school, initially I was going for RN, but when life happened, I became pregnant. And it was like, oh man, instead of dropping out of school, instead of giving up on life, I just made life adjustments, right? And so what I end up doing with that life adjustment is I went into health information management, right? And so with health information management, it gave me the opportunity to enter into the billing, which is called coding. Many people know it as billing, but when people hear coding, medical coding, they instantly think of billing. Well, I'm not the biller, but I am the coder. So I started out in outpatient and I'm now in inpatient. But even with that being said, I can relate to what we sometimes feel as the underdogs, right? Mm-hmm. And so what we know is long days, long nights. But we thank God for giving us the strength and the determination, the perseverance, right? Because it takes that, right? It takes determination. It takes perseverance. It takes faith. Without faith, it's impossible to do nothing. Some days it just seems impossible for us to just keep a smile on our face when we're taking care of patients, right? Mm-hmm. And we see patients, when patients come in, they, sometimes we find ourselves complaining, but when we see these patients come in and the things that these families go through, it pushes you to a place of humbleness, and say, thank God that, thank God I have health in my body, right? Thank God I'm able to stand on my feet. Thank God I'm able to breathe without oxygen. Thank God, I'm saying, I can get up and cook a meal for myself. Thank God I'm able to clothe myself, because how many know that some of these patients, they can't clothe themselves? That's why they need the nurse assistants. That's why they need the registered nurses. That's why they need the medical assistants, right? And so I said all of that to set the atmosphere because this lady that I'm interviewing today, she have written her first book about her journey as a medical assistant. And when you all come on, I want you to love, I want you to like, I want you to share, and I want you to celebrate her. So this is our moment to celebrate her. So I want you to comment, congratulations, congratulations, congratulations to this young lady, because she deserved it. And we just really appreciate you. We want you to feel welcome. We want you to feel excited that you are a diamond. I watch you all the time. And listen, if you need a laugh, If you need a laugh, this girl right here, she gonna give it to you. So it shows that she have a passion for what she does. It shows that she not just for herself, but she's for others. I'm sure not just women, but men and women, whoever that's in the healthcare field, that just really need a laugh, just really needs to be pushed and inspired. And so at this very moment, as you all are congratulating her in the comments, inspiring her, encouraging her, and lifting her up doing this show, I want her to come on in. So come on in, Author Ebonee, and let the people know who you are.
Hey, good afternoon, good evening, good all of that. Hey, I'm
Yes,
Ebonee
yes,
Cannon.
yes.
I'm Ebonee Cannon. I am very grateful and thankful for this opportunity to get more visibility with my new book release of Inside Journey of a Medical Assistant. I'm happy to be here. I hope I say something that will inspire someone, change someone, or just make you go, So let's get into it.
Yes, yes, yes. So let's talk about this book. Let's talk about this book. So, what is the title of this new book?
It's called Inside Journey of a Medical Assistant. And with that, I came up with that name because, like I said, I've been in healthcare doing just certified medical assistant since I got out of school as a high school student. I got pregnant young at the age of 16, and I don't like school, so I had to do something real quick to make stable money to be able to take care of my son. And so I chose the certified medical assistant route because it was quick. I only went to school for 9 months, so I was like, okay, that's cool. And I got into the field. I had thoughts of being an RN because of my family, my grandma and my mom, but I never just had the desire to follow it through, if that makes sense. So, yeah, and I'm here today, still a certified medical assistant for over 20 plus years.
Awesome, 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 awesome. And so, if you had a mission, what would that mission be? That mission that keeps you motivated and inspired to continue to do what you do.
And when you say the mission for me to continue what I do, I would say just being amongst other medical assistants that I see struggling like I did
Mm-hmm.
when I first started, and all the challenges and the chaos that comes with being a medical assistant, it pushes me more to gravitate to medical assistants and just be that person to uplift and encourage them to keep going. Just because
Mm-hmm.
you started as a medical assistant don't mean you have to stay a medical assistant, but if you choose to do, then there's nothing wrong with that either.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
that keeps me going just to be amongst other medical assistants that I see going or went down the same path that I went through.
Yes, 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 yes. So you had mentioned that sometimes the CMAs, and I'm sure some CNAs feel like they're underdogs. Why do you feel that way?
Well, we definitely the underdogs. We definitely, I kind of make an example of like being Cinderella. Being Cinderella, constantly being left out, being overlooked, being underestimated
Mm-hmm.
with the things that we're capable of doing. Um, Thinking that, oh, they're just somebody that gets vitals and put patients in a
Mm-hmm.
room when it's way more than just that. So I do feel like we're definitely the underdogs.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of times, um, we don't like to say it, but it's true. You doing all the foundational work,
Yeah, we are.
you know, and if without you, that it's they lost. I mean, the doctors are lost. They don't know what the because they have to prescribe many things off of weight. They looking at vital signs. We looking at vital signs. So without the CNAs, without the CMAs, do you prescribe medications?
At some of my jobs, I did
Mm-hmm.
have the capability of sending and prescribing, what the doctor orders,
Mm-hmm.
send off for prescriptions. Yes.
Okay, okay. And so, just so, when did your journey start when it comes to you writing this book? Like, what really prompt you to write this book?
Oh, this book has been boiling in my soul for many of years. And what really pushed me to write this book is, you get sick and tired of being sick and tired of
Mm-hmm.
feeling unheard and feeling like nobody cares and feeling like um we the stepchild or we're the child being left out. So, and it's not too many people that has the courage to speak up for medical assistance for some reason. And I have always been a daredevil. I have always been a person that will challenge any situation on a positive outlook and really just feel like, whatever happens, long as I'm doing it for a good deed and have great
Mm-hmm.
intentions on doing it.
Right, right. So, when it comes to your book, you have your book.
I do, I
Hold it
have it.
up, hold it up. Yeah. All right, all right, all right. And so, turn it. Let's see the back of it. Yes, and so and as we are interviewing her tonight, you all, I will put her link in the comments, and her book is available on Amazon. So make sure as we are interviewing her, I'm sharing her link. That you click on that link and you go purchase her book. All right, and then it is Christmas time, so listen, if you know someone that could benefit from this book, make sure if you don't buy it, that you buy it for somebody. Okay, so as you see, yes. And so as we continue to go through this interview, I want you to let the people know. Well, first of all, we kind of already talked about who this book is for, but I want you to elaborate just a little bit more. If someone purchases this book, what would they expect?
I would say for a medical assistant, if you purchase this book, you will find a lot of real life stories. You will find situations in here that that you have been through. Some people may find um, a stepping stone on what they're getting into, like fresh students that's trying to get into the field or thinking about getting into the field. It will give you something to look forward to. Because, even in this book, using real life stories is nothing to be scared about. Everybody's situation is different, everybody outcome is different. And I will say, the walk in this journey is well worth it. I do not regret it. Um, it was a leverage, it was a stepping stone to greater things, and it would definitely give you a foundation for you to decide which direction you want to go, whether or not it's RN. It really will start here. It starts
Yes,
here.
yes, yes. I love it. I do. I love it. And so, is there anything that you would like to just really that's on your heart from your experience that you would like to share? Just from maybe your rough days, or I know you are a medical assistant, and it sounds like that you are happy with being a medical assistant. Or you looking to become a registered nurse?
I never had the desire to be a registered nurse. I do plan, and I recently just graduated with my bachelor's of science in healthcare management. I do want to grow and get into the administration field. I
Mm-hmm.
want to get into the rooms and the tables where you work out workflows for medical assistants in the clinic environments. I just kind of want to be a part of making a change for the better
Yeah.
as far as workflows, being more appreciative of your medical assistants, compensation.
Mm-hmm.
Compensation is a real big thing in the medical assistant world because it ain't always that great, but you make do with what you got and you be thankful and grateful. But I will say that being a medical assistant for myself, and I can speak for myself, and I know some people out there may relate to this. It brought me boundaries, it brought me grace, it brought me patience, it brought me compassion, and it brought me gratitude, because I was one of the medical assistants that freshly started off and thought the world was about me. But this field humbled me down very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And I really do appreciate this field for that. Now I'm able to be think before I talk,
Yeah.
or know when to walk off and go find me a quiet area just to regroup and get myself back together. Just because I got a patient that probably having a bad day, I have grown to be able to still smile and
Mm-hmm.
treat that patient with the same respect and grace that I would want someone to do for my loved one. I learned that by being in this field, because, like I said, this is all I have ever done since I graduated from high
Yeah.
school. So I'm very thankful. And yes, I'm very proud to be a medical assistant, because somebody got to be one.
Yeah.
Somebody got to be one.
Yeah.
But I always want to keep my foot somewhere planted in the business of medical assistance, because I have a heart for how we're treated and how we're valued.
Yes.
Have a very big heart for that.
Yes. Yes. Well, thank you.
You
Thank
are,
you. And I know it's very challenging when we are working on the front line. And it sounds like you have learned a lot of lessons and still learning, right?
ma'am.
And as we are speaking of those lessons, with being a hands-on medical assistant, that medical assistance, I do know that you are grateful.
Mhm.
And but when you first came into it, you didn't always have the right attitude,
No,
right? And so, what was that attitude, that negative attitude that you experienced at the beginning? Because I do know that it's healthcare is a forever growing industry, and so we still have individuals that's going to school, and sometimes they think it's a lot of money, but it's again, we do encourage a career, you
mhm,
know. So start where you can start. However, uh, some are going to school, but they have not yet had hands on until they get into their clinicals. But when they
mhm,
get there, it's a whole different ball game than the classroom.
mhm.
So speak to the individual that when it comes, it's in we want to say that it's okay, but to have that negative attitude because you're walking into something totally, you kind of like blindsided. It's the difference between the textbook, watching the videos, versus stepping into it, right? It's
Mhm.
like, oh heck, what, like, you know, what's really going on? So
Mhm.
you use the language, and it's okay for you to use that language in your book, but I want you to say it, and I want you to kind of talk what's behind it.
Okay. I would say to someone that's freshly coming in as a medical assistant and getting ready to get into it and get into the core part of it, be be open-minded, be teachable. Always know that there's more than one way to skin a cat, as they say, but long as you're getting the same results and you're not harming anybody or putting anybody in danger. Um, Practice, ask questions. Don't be afraid to ask questions. And kind of put your feelings on the back burner when you're working alongside other coworkers that may have been doing it for X amount of years, or someone that just came in and probably be a little bit more knowledgeable than you think that they should be because they just came out of school with you. It's a whole different ball game once you get inside that clinic, because everybody wants to be the boss. Everybody wants to run things, but you got to know at some point that you have to take that back seat and learn and sponge up everything that you need to know so you can be the best medical assistant that you can be.
Yes, yes. And so, what's behind the let's see. So, what's one of the laughing reflections that you would like to share from your book?
The lacking,
Laughing,
the
laugh.
laughing,
Yes.
honey, baby, it's so many. It's so, it's It's so many laughing moments.
Oh,
Um, being in the clinic that I wrote in this book, and I'm talking about things that would have made you cry. It be moments that you can't do nothing but laugh at it.
yes.
Whether or not it's a co-worker that made you mad, or a patient that came in angry, or you know, just having one of them we kind of days, like, oh my god, where is 5 o'clock? Like, at the end of the day, you're gonna get some type of laugh in it and from it throughout the day.
So, how many chapters is your book?
The chapters in the book, let's see here. I got about, because I did this book with a co-author by the name of Tanya, and she has a part in here too. Her journey has a part, so it's like two chapters but with different pages.
Okay.
Her journey and my journey.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what part of the book would you like to share tonight?
You want me to read it, girl?
Just the portion. Just the
Just,
portion. Give him a little teaser. Give him a little teaser.
okay, let's see. Well, I'm a always start with my dedication. I'm always start with my dedication because that's my reason why. And my reason why is because of the strength of the leaders that I have watched as I was growing up, that gave and instilled the integrity in me. Regardless of what happens, I still perform the same way. So I dedicated this book to my late grandmother, Lucille Upshaw, and my mother, Phyllis Jefferson. The strength, compassion, and dedication to healthcare shaped the foundation of who I am today. You both inspired me to begin my journey as a medical assistant, showing me that making a meaningful impact doesn't require waiting years. It starts with purpose, passion, and heart. Your legacy lives on through my work in primary and urgent care, where I strived every day to lead with the same integrity, love, and commitment that they showed me. This book is dedicated to you, two remarkable women who taught me that true healing begins with compassion.
Yes.
And at the beginning, I ain't had that much compassion. So I had to learn it. And this journey really helped shape that for me.
Yes. I love it. Thank
Yeah.
you for sharing that. Thank you for
Well,
sharing it. And
you're welcome.
so, what is one of your favorite scriptures?
One of my favorite scriptures, I got a lot of them. I got my Bible right here because I be trying to jot things down. I know a favorite go to is what the Philippines in Christ, through Christ, is what strengthens me.
Mm-hmm.
But I have a new one that I got to piggyback off, but it talks about that anchor faith. And I don't want to quote the wrong scripture, but it talks about the anchor faith. And the anchor faith is having that type of faith, whether something happens or it don't, that I'm still going to stand there expecting it and work towards it until God gives it to me. And
Yes.
that right there, that's that gets me through some of the hardest days, hardest times, and the hardest struggles of having that anchor faith. Because faith without work is dead, but you still have to put in that work. And you're gonna have 1,000 closed doors in your face, but that don't mean you give up. If
That's right.
that's your true passion. So having that anchor faith is what keeps me going.
Yes. Yes. I agree. Faith without works is dead. And just one of the scriptures I know that I stood on when I was in school um, is Matthew 6:33. Seek ye first the kingdom of God. And also knowing that do not be concerned about tomorrow, because tomorrow will hold its own. And so that helped me to actually push in my today and not worry so much about, tomorrow, right?
Okay.
Because one thing we need to know is if he take care of the lilies in the valley, how much more will he take care of us? If he take care of the birds in the sky, how much more will he take care of us, right?
Right.
And to know that in everything that he created, you, me, and everyone is watching this show, he has a purpose for each and every one of us, right?
Right.
everything he created is good. So to know that you are good, to know that in everything that you do, that you will, in everything that you touch, and a lot of times we don't even know, sometimes we don't know where to start, but the encouragement and the inspiration is to start, right? And sometimes, yes, we have to make life adjustments, and when we grow up, it's kind of like sometimes we'll see what we feel like is familiar to us.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And so when you start going into that unfamiliar place, that unfamiliar land, and it seems too hard or it seems too impossible, we seem to want to run from that thing. Right.
Mm-hmm.
But my encouragement is to branch out. Right. Because sometimes you just don't know what you don't know.
Right.
But ask God, just, search my heart, oh Lord, search my heart, oh Lord, lead me into the things that you, keyword, that he will have you to do.
Mm-hmm.
Not what mama will have you to do, not what granny will have you to do, not what sister, brother, auntie will have you to do. Because a lot of times we create this picture,
Mm-hmm.
right, based off someone else's picture or what someone else have, and then we find out like that's not a fulfillment for you.
Right.
It's not a fulfillment for you after so long, and you find out that you're not loving what you do. One of the things I tell people is love what you do. And we hear it from you tonight. Like you are a medical assistant. I asked you, do you desire to go to be an RN? I have no desire to be an RN because your gift is where it is. But God is stirring you in a different direction to help the underdogs, because how many know that it ain't too many brave people like yourself that's out here speaking up for the mess that's going on behind the closed door.
Mm-hmm.
They don't see all the bloodiness. They don't see all the mistreatment. They don't see the non-compliance. But you do. So as somebody, and I kept it up right there just for you, somebody said, shout out to all the medical assistants. Shout out to all the medical assistants. So if there's anything that anybody outside of saying congratulations and helping to celebrate this woman right here, comment, shout out to all the medical assistants. Okay. So we're gonna move on. I really thank you, and I thank you, and I thank you, and I'm sure everyone that's a medical assistant, and we really appreciate you for standing behind them and just helping them to have a different perspective, right? And so you already shared a part of your book. We already talked about your favorite scripture. If there was anything else that you would like to share with your audience, what would it be?
I would just want to share, like I said, you got to start somewhere, and it's okay. You don't have to listen to people tell you what works best for them and feel like that's what you're supposed to do. That's the route that you're supposed to go. Like you said, everybody's route is not your route. Um, it's always a purpose behind something, and I truly feel like my purpose is to advocate for what medical assistants need and deserve. And I'm not afraid to do that. I'm really not afraid to do that. But go for what you know, start, leverage, grow, elevate, and there you have it. That's a prosperous life to me.
Yes, and I'm gonna read some of your book from Amazon. The link is in the comments, so I want you to click on the link. I want you to purchase her book, and after you purchase her book, I want you to leave a review. Leave a review. Shout out to the medical assistant. So we want you to purchase the book. We want you to read the book and leave her a review. And so in this book, inside Journey of a Medical Assistant, it says step into the real world behind the scrubs with inside journey of a medical assistant. With the pages of this book, medical professionals open up about the challenges, the laughter, and lessons that come with serving on the front line of patient care. From unforgettable patient encounters to workplace ups and downs, they tell it all with honesty, humor, and heart. More than just a peek into the life of a medical professionals, this book is a reminder that growth, grace, and gratitude can be found even in the most chaotic days. Whether you are a fellow medical assistant, a healthcare worker, or someone who simply loves a good dose of of real life inspiration, this book will make you laugh, reflect, and say, "Hell yeah, I feel you." Okay, okay. So what's behind that? What's behind the "hell yeah, I feel you"?
Just different scenarios that goes on in the clinic that, like I said, nobody knows unless you work in the clinic, that you have those moments to where it goes down. It's like a whole nother community center, a community behind those closed doors when you get to the back there with us. Now we have some good days, we have some bad days, and it be flat out hilarious. And we cry together. We do things together. We bend, but we don't break. Now we
Yes.
and that's what it's all about, because you're there with each other for 8 hours a day. And I just feel like, instead of putting each other down or pointing your finger like, hey, you did this wrong, or you did that wrong, help someone. Don't talk about someone. Help someone to be better. You look better when you help somebody else. Because guess on down the line, I have people that I have worked with years ago that still talk about what I have done for them.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my biggest thing about working in the clinic and working with other people is helping. Help.
I like when you say you look good. You look better when you help somebody.
Yes.
Yes.
Stop all that talking and laughing and giggling because somebody messed up, or
Yeah.
somebody didn't get something right, or somebody fell short somewhere. Help them.
Yes.
Help them.
Yes. And because the truth of it in healthcare, there's so much to learn.
Yes.
We all make mistakes. Like even when it comes to like, I kind of think from my experience this as well, when it comes to like even like setting up, I don't know if you work with pre-op, post-op, but
Mm-hmm.
even times, when you have to set up like the instruments,
Mm-hmm.
they be like, or if you got somebody come into the ER, right? And when you come into the ER, I know I worked on the medical floor. And so when they try to put me in the ER, girl, I was totally lost. I was like, put me back on the medical floor because those nurses was very mean. Because you dealing with the suctioning, you dealing with the instruments for like sutures, the little, you dealing with a lot of stuff. They're like, go get this, I need this, I need this, and I'm thinking like, honey, where is this stuff at? I don't know. So
You right.
you know what I'm saying? So even with that, it's a whole different world. However, if they can just, and I know sometimes ER or the ED, can be fast paced. But however, if we just stop, now that once I'm a quick learner, but if you show me, I got it. You know what I'm saying? But you have to, and you do understand. I mean, I've been out of that part of it for a long time now. However, I do remember sometimes just people just pushed in it.
Yes.
They are just pushed in it, and you have to, you have to stop and you have to breathe. And like you said, you have to ask questions. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like, hey, they like, go get me the kit for the catheter or whatever, like where's that? And if you can't, if you ain't moving quick enough, it's like, if I ain't moving quick enough for you, then you go get it. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm sure in your ugliness, you have encountered some disagreements in the patient's room. And sometimes we have to stop ourselves in the midst of, right, patient care. Like, this ain't the place, this ain't the time. And
Because
if
they
I
can hear
can,
you.
this, this ain't the place, this ain't the time. And I'll go grab somebody like, hey, they need assistance in the room of 301 or whatever. I'm not the perfect fit for that situation, right? Because you have different levels,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I can relate, and I can say that we really appreciate you, and it starts with a place of training, and it
Yeah.
sounds like even with what you're doing, even if you're not looking to become a registered nurse, I can see you leading and training. You know, you train, you making sure that they have the training that's necessary when they walk into their room, and that even comes like even in clinicals. You know, it's kind of like you said, even in clinicals, it's like they looking at them like, girl, they just started. They don't know what they doing. But how's that going to help us as a team?
Yep.
We all in this together, and that's what patient care.
And that's the ones I take up under my wing. Like, come here, come here, come on over here, come on over here with me. Yes, and I got a big soft spot for compliance.
Mm-hmm.
It's like if you know what to do, do it. It eliminates for management to come say something to you or get that nasty email that everybody is CC'd in and everybody's trying to figure out, oh, who they talking to. Like, you know who they talking to.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
if you're told to do something, how to do something, just do it.
Yes.
Don't
Yes.
make your job hard. Just do it. And a lot of medical assistants in the healthcare world, they make their job hard because they want to do what they want to do instead of what the people that pay you your check tell you to do.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm, but if it ain't for you, it ain't for you.
You
So
right.
just don't do it, you know, because nobody deserves to be mistreated.
Right. Right.
Because you always have to look at it at the end of the day. If it was your mama, if
Right.
it was your daddy, if it was your sister, right? And so
Right.
that's those are things that I used to look at as well. Like if you're not gonna have a compassion for it, if you're not going to love what you do, healthcare is not for you.
That's right.
Well, even if you in the social work, my daughter is in the social worker field. She don't have hands on, but she deal with the families. She's really good with de-escalating. How many know whether you're in the medical office or you in the hospital that families are fighting.
Yes. Yes. It goes down. We
Listen,
we see a lot back there in that back once them
and
doors
listen, and
close
sometimes it be the ones. Let's just say it. Sometimes it be the ones with a lot of money
and be in there clowning.
and be in there clowning.
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am.
So anyway, shout out to all the medical assistants. So I want you to give last words to your audience tonight, and those who are watching and those who will watch the replay.
All right. I want to thank everybody for joining in, taking the time out their night to be here with little old me. And I really do appreciate that. To all the medical assistants, whether or not you're seasoned, you're thinking about it, you just got in, or you just straddling fists and don't know which direction to go. But pray, ask God for direction, ask God. You're not going to stop asking God for strength, but just take where you at this moment and level up. Level up off of where you at now. It's not bad. Should we get paid more? Of course. If I can, with every breath in my body, if I can get to the right people, I'm going to voice that. In the book, you will read at the back of the book. I did an interview with a former CMA that turned into management that had great insights about how she felt about medical assistants and how they should get paid, how they should be treated, how they're undervalued, how they unappreciative. I also did an interview with a seasoned medical assistant, and she shared similar scenarios in the work life that I have been through. And she was what, medical system for but 9 to 10 years. So that lets you know, if I've been doing it for 23, 24 years, things are not going to change unless we change it. And one person just can't change it. We have to do that together. And I also did an interview with a provider. I did an interview with the provider because I wanted to know the perspective from each area of how they felt about medical assistance. And if you will know that you're valued, you're appreciated, they're grateful to have you. But like I said, you got to do things in numbers to get things done and get changes made. One person just can't do it.
Mm.
So grab that book, Pass it to the right
Hold
person.
that book
Get it
up
in the
again,
right
girl. Where
hands.
that book at? Hold that book up.
Get it in the right hands. I know
Whoop,
y'all
whoop, whoop, whoop,
know
whoop, whoop,
somebody
whoop.
up there
Yes.
to help make some changes because we all deserve no profession is better than the next profession, but you got to pay your people. You got to pay your people. And that's all I got to say.
Yes. Okay. So where can they follow you? So I post the link where they can purchase the book. But if they would like to follow you or contact you, let the people know where they can contact you or follow you.
Okay, so you can follow me, of course, on Facebook, Ebonee Cannon, as it's written. Also have a business page, eCare Support Solution, where I do teach and recertify for BLS and CPR. I have a notary business, and I have a mentor program that we can do one-on-one, and it's just to encourage, uplift, and help with kind of some of the workplace ethics that people are struggling with. You can also find me on TikTok, Evolution of E. You can also email me at support@ecaresupportsolution.com. And I love you guys.
Yes, yes, yes. If nobody else have told you that they love you, we love you.
Thank
So have
you.
a great, great morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are. Thank you for joining She's Purpose Key Book Talks. If you are a new author, you have a new book release coming out, go to www.shespurposekey.com and book with me so we can help celebrate your new release, so we can help not just your book but your story. So many people are waiting to hear your story, and we want not only just to provide this platform for you, but we just want to celebrate you. I love bringing my authors on, making them feel welcome, making them feel celebrated. And that's in the smile. And listen, some people be so nervous when they come on, but when I start seeing that smile and that whoop 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 whoop, listen, that's what I love to do. So I invite you to Book Talk. She's Purpose Key Book Talks. Come on in, come on in, come on in. But you all have a great night, and we love you, and see you next time. Bye.
Bye, y'all.